then cotton. But why not? And we're importing all these other very crucial products, especially for the towns. In the rural areas, of course, people were eating their cassava, their bananas, but in the towns, maize meal from Kenya, because the European whites were the ones growing the maize in Kenya. Milk from I don't know where. So when we started our resistance as a student movement, we analyzed all this, and we pointed it out. We pointed out from the 1960s that we must go back to the politics of the economics and politics of wealth creation. This is the politics of the NRM. We always tell the people, all of you, be wealth creators. Reject the politics of parasites, of sectarianism. Because parasites are the ones who, because me, a wealth producer, there's no Ugandan I don't like. I love all Ugandans. Because they buy my products. Even if I was not religious, loving them because of God, but even for my own interest. They buy my milk, they buy my beef, they buy my bananas. How can I have any Uganda whom I don't like? But then you find that even the Ugandans are not enough, the market of Uganda is not enough. We need the regional market. So that's why our politics, inevitably, because we were on wealth creation, we had to automatically be patriots in Uganda, love the whole of Uganda, and Pan-Africanists, love the whole of Africa. And then we told our people, that's how we evolved the 4 principles of the NRM: patriotism, Pan-Africanism, socio-economic transformation, and democracy. For today, I will talk mainly about socio-economic transformation. And I also talk about the sector of agriculture. I will not have time to talk about other things. Now, in our analysis in the 1960s, we saw that Uganda would be very successful if we go back to where the colonialists found us when they interfered with us. Develop the indigenous wealth, modernize it. The bananas, what Stanley and Speaker are writing about, the bananas, the cows. Okay, we can add on the coffee, add on the cotton, but the indigenous products, the cassava, the millet, the sweet potatoes, plus the new things like cocoa. Cocoa is new here. We didn't have cocoa. And then, in order to do that, we pointed out for you the 4 sectors: commercial agriculture with the Chibaro Aymar, Chura, Otita. And within commercial agriculture, we told you that either you could use the extensive agriculture, where you have big production on a big land, even if the products you are dealing in are low value. They are giving you smaller income per acre, but because you are doing it on a big scale, you get good money. So we said extensive agriculture for the ones with the big pieces of land. Sugarcane, indigenous cattle, cotton, all those can be done on a big scale. Even tobacco, if you want tobacco, you can do it on a big scale, and you will get good money. But if you didn't have big land, we advised you about intensive agriculture, where you use a small piece of land and you do enterprises which are selected for that small piece of land, which can give you high income even if you do it on a small scale. This was our line from the student days, when we analyzed our society, and we saw what was happening in the world, because by this time we had studied what was happening in the world, and we knew what was needed where. The economics of that time was that if you do it on a big scale, you can get good money. But if you have got a smaller piece of land, you do intensive agriculture. Now here, I'll give you some examples, starting with myself, because I could not tell people about modernization of agriculture without taking the lead. And in my case, I decided to do ranching to promote the indigenous cattle, because I did not agree that we should abandon these indigenous cattle. And if there are some pictures which my group have captured, they can show you what I have been. That will come later. That will come later. Show the other pictures. The herds, if you have them. Show the herds properly. That's my daughter. Those are some of the herds. If you have got more pictures, you can show them. Now, those herds, those are my herds at Kisozi, and they are semi-modernized, because what we did from the traditional cattle keeping, we introduced fencing, introduced tick control, killing ticks by dipping. Then we created dams, so they have water all the time. Bush clearing, removing the bushes. Removing the bushes. Now that has enabled us to have good herds, as you can see. But we are still using the method of free range. Free range means they graze the natural grass after you have removed the weeds. You have removed the bushes you don't want, the bushes and the grasses you don't want. But there, That's where some of us had to come in and do the chibaro. Because when I bush clear, I am able to keep about 300 cows per square mile. I bush clear, remove the mutete, Afronada Simbopogan, remove the other Obugando, Acacia Hohai, remove other unwanted things. Then you have the grass you want, but the one which grows naturally. The stocking ratio, you will be able to have 300 cows per square mile. But this may not be, maybe underutilization. So we tasked Dr. Demoon to do a calculation. What if we grow the grass? Instead of the free range, what if we grow the grass? That is bush clearing, but it's not growing the grass. That's bush clearing. There we have removed the bushes and left only the trees, shade trees, the trees we want, and the nitrogen fixers. This is the battle. You can see the bushes there. If you don't remove them, it will be thicket, and they will suffocate the grass. Grass will not grow. It will become like a forest reserve. But now, what if we grow the grass and cut and feed the cows? The cows don't have to walk and graze. Now, Dr. Ademoun made a calculation that in 1 square mile you can put 6,000 cows. 1 square mile can support 6,000 cows. Instead of the 300, you now support 6,000. Then we were about to, I was excited, I was about to start. But then, some of them said, but the logistics of moving the grass, cutting it, the fuel, may it not be very expensive. So now where we are thinking of a hybrid.